Hey guys, Lamonster here in Lamonster Garage, and we are going to show you the install of our belt tensioner on a 2014 RT. This will work on all the 1330 motors. So on the RT, it's the same roller for 14 on to current year, which right now would be 2022. So anyway, we're going to kind of walk you through this. We have 3 holes on this, and the reason being is we use the same tensioner on the F3 and the RT. So we're going to show you how to set this up. On the RT, you're going to get a spacer, and it's going to go underneath the bracket like so. And easier, just show you how it goes. First thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is get all your side panels off. We're not going to show you how to do that. There are videos out there on that. If you are not comfortable with doing this part, taking it down, then you probably ought to see your dealer for installing this. It's not that hard. It's just a little time consuming. Everything just kind of pops off once you get the bolts and the push pins out. So these are the 2 bolts that we're going to remove, and you're going to use a 15mm socket on that. Long suckers. And they do have thread lock on it, so they'll be a little difficult to get off. Now this particular frame member that we're unbolting here, it can tend to move a little bit on you. It's like a 50-50 shot whether it does or not. This one looks like it didn't this time, but we're going to show you a little trick if it does. So now you're going to want to put the spacer on here, and that's going to line up with the holes here, and then get your roller ready. So you have a bolt on the back side. So you got 3 holes. We're going to be using this hole and this hole. And you want to go ahead and line that up, and hopefully it will just start threading in. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And if they don't, I'll show you what we do. Yeah, I think this one is threading in. Yeah, no, it is fighting us a little bit. So what we're going to want to do is we'll just take a Phillips screwdriver and use it as a lining. Just put a little space on it, pressure on it. And it's just enough to get that started. Okay, put that back up on there. Okay, and before you tighten it down, I'm going to go ahead and get this one started. So they should start by hand. Before you get it snugged up, you're going to want to align it, but we'll get it pretty close. Okay, that one's snug. That one's snug. And what you're going to want to do is this is threaded, so on this you don't really have a frame to line up, so just look at this angle and try and square that up with the belt. And that should put this roller completely on the belt. If it's off a little bit, don't worry about it. But this roller, which is kind of hard to see in the dark, should be on top of the belt like so. And once you have it where you like it, let's go ahead and snug these down. Good and tight. I don't have the torque spec on it, but basically just good and tight. And that's it. So now you have, make sure everything's free. That's about all there is to it. And it just makes an amazing difference on your ride as far as taking out the belt vibration. So 2014 RT will work all the way up through the current model RT. Same deal, just make sure you put the spacer on the bottom here. That's it. Thanks, guys.